friends of Tony's Little Garden, welcome to another video where today, after you've been asking me for a long time, we are going to make a video on how we can prevent wild animals from entering our garden. A very simple, highly effective, and also very economical system. You were really asking for it some time ago because you want to prevent wild boars, deer, all these types of animals from entering and destroying your garden. It would be similar for smaller animals like rabbits or like this frijera, but initially, let's see it for large animals and then with all the variations. For this, I asked for help from Gemi Market, Gemi Electronics. I'll leave a link in the description so they could provide me with all the materials I need to protect my garden. So let's see how we set it up and what we need. Let's see what they bring us. I told them we wanted to protect a 50 square meter garden and that we didn't have electricity. So we have the complete equipment to protect our garden. Let's start opening it. And it gives me a spark, and here we have it. It would be the posts needed to put the mesh. Look how nice this is for the mulching. And we have 7 posts that in principle would be enough to cover everything. Now we do it and set it up. We will need this for the door. And the electric wire. Enough to keep wild boars, deer, and wild animals away. And here we have the electric fence. Essential for having electricity. And finally, we have the solar panel. As I am telling you, everything is prepared for a place like this where we don't have electricity. So we will use solar panels. Although in this video, we are going to explain how to protect our plots, our garden from wild animals. Know that everything we are doing today also serves to protect our estates. We can fence the entire property, or even if we have livestock, it would help prevent sheep, horses, cows, etc. from wandering off. We are simply using it in this example because we have a gardening channel, but it would work for all these cases. For the gate, we are going to put up 2 wooden posts. In addition, they will look very well presented. It will be a very nice entrance. And later you will see how we can run electricity through the gate we want to make to enter the garden. I love the door topic. It brings these gadgets with springs. They are great. I'm really going to show you what comes. There are 3 pieces. This would be for the door that transmits electricity, except for the handle, which is obviously protected so that we can open and close it. And it comes with 2 hooks for us to put one on each side in such a way. Now you'll see that we simply hook it. And as it stands, you can install more gates, larger ones. But in this case, we don't need it. If we wanted it for livestock to come out, well, maybe we'd need a much wider one and we'd set it wider. So we more or less estimate the height where we need to place the next hook, and depending on your post, you may need a tool, or you can do it by hand by turning it. It screws in quite well. Once ready, we can hook it on and we'd have one part of our door ready. We open, hook it here and enter. Let's set up the rest. So the first thing we need to decide is where the entrance would be. Since this is the central aisle, we're going to place it a bit away so we can work comfortably inside the garden, and we'll drive in our first stake. We simply remove the cap that protects the spike and drive it in. Also, it rained yesterday, so it goes in very well. Even so, we can nail it easily, and depending on our convenience, as they get our best mas grace for the line of this in this case, we will close it here on this side. At most, we should leave a distance of 3 meters. So it's good for us here to turn the cable upwards. We nail it. I love that they come protected like this, especially if we want to store them. We remove the cap and it stakes wonderfully, and we place this one in the middle. That is 5 meters of garden from this side, and perfect. Now we have it set. We already have all the posts in place, roughly 2.5 meters apart. We already have our garden enclosed. Was like I said, we made the entrance with wooden posts, which looks much nicer. Interesting, the truth is that these posts, I have worked with many posts when it comes to electric fences, and I love these because you can decide at what height you want to place the cables, how many lines of cable you want to put, which is wonderful. Well then, let's get on with the next step. Once we have all the posts and the door in place, we can continue with the next step. By the way, the door is optional. Many people don't install it and go with a full enclosure. The good thing is that we have 250 meters of cable, very interesting, of 6 millimeters. It has high conductivity, doesn't break, is ice resistant, very interesting. So there's a part here where we open, where this thread begins. We use a small knife, being very careful not to break it, otherwise it will stop working. We have this wire, and it's the one we're going to start with. We place it and start at the part of the door. We have a very sturdy knot, so it doesn't come loose. And now, little by little, we follow the entire perimeter and insert it between the posts. The important thing is to keep it as tight as possible, although that's not really the most important thing. The most important thing is that in the end, those wild animals cannot get in. Although, as I tell you, it would also be useful for our livestock, for sheep, cows, horses, etc. And the ideal way is to take it out this way, because it prevents it from getting tangled everywhere, and this way it will go much more smoothly when placing the wire. As you can see, a very simple system to implement, and also these plastics, the cable goes through perfectly. What I like most about this system is that it is very easy to remove and put back. And another very important thing that they say, our friends from Hemi Electronica tell us not to make double knots just like that. Okay, simply to keep pulling, you have to listen to the manufacturer. Once we reach the end on the other side of the door, we insert the cable, we leave the ring there, we insert the cable. We go down to the next level. I put this here, and I'm not sure if I'll end up putting a door or not, because otherwise in the end you have to remove 3 to be able to enter. But this is necessary if we want to put another one. Now we simply continue to the other side while I'm pulling the cable. I must say that I'm really delighted to have had with Hemi Electronica, Hemi Market, because they really helped me at all times with the questions I had about the fencing. And I also told them that I was interested in it being easy to set up and remove. And as you can see, it is a system that in less than 20 minutes we can have it assembled. We can even later order more posts and expand or reduce the space we need to fence. It's an ideal system. As you can see, we have enough cable to even make double the size we are making. Simply what we want to do is protect this garden, because many times wild boars enter the property and in the end they cause massive damage to the beds. This way, the wild boar can walk freely in the meadow without ruining our crops. I have placed the cable like this, although as I said, this is not the arrangement unique. It can be placed in many ways depending a bit on what we want to use the electric fence for. In my case, for the wild boar, this is ideal. Be careful, chispa. Moistornak, space pa soon, you won't be able to get close. And this is the solar panel, which we should always place facing south. Okay, and it is like until now, and note that even when it's completely cloudy, the little light is on, meaning it is receiving electricity. And here we have the cable we will use to plug into our electric fence, which, by the way, the solar panel comes with this, so we can place it in a stand, instead of putting it on the ground if we want to put it in a stand. The important thing is to place it where it receives the most sunlight. And now the most important thing, what makes all this work? I'm going to explain here because it's still raining a lot. But anyway, this is an electric fence. In this case, we can plug it into a battery or the solar panel. It's in Italian, but well, it's understandable. This is the red cable that we would plug into our cable that we have already installed. And it is very important to connect the other part to the ground so it does not get damaged. Simply here we can take any hook, especially if it is metallic. We are going to attach it here and place it on the ground. The grounding is essential before connecting it to the solar panel. We are going to arrange all our elements properly. As I said, this would be the ground connection. We are going to attach it. So here we insert it through the hole to make good contact, and we stick it in a place where it won't bother anyone or we won't trip over it. Ideally back here. Perfect, well-grounded, each good earth connection, and I know many of you are wondering, what happens at night? For it to work at night, basically it's as simple as getting a car battery and connecting the solar panels to the battery and from the battery to the electric fence. This way, we will have total protection, and now once all the elements are set up and in place, we can plug it in. We take our solar panel cable, in this case, as I tell you, we have the battery option and the electric current option, and we plug it in. Let's see here, electric panel, perfect. At the moment it will start working. If we look closely at this diagram sent to me by Gemi Electronica, the ground connection is important to make with 3 galvanized posts of 1 meter each and connect them with a yellow-green cable between them, because these electric fences from Gemi Electronica are truly powerful, and with this we will be more than protected. And it is already working for us. Let's see if we can see the light on. As it is with this light, you can't see it well, but we already have our system working. Now let's see who is brave enough to test it. I already tested the previous one we set up, but I refuse to test this one. We already have our system fully set up and working. As I said, it's cloudy and it still works. And by the way, if there is something I like about companies when they send packages, it's that they use minimal plastic that generates waste. This one, for example, this box was assembled with 2 staples, and it is perfect to use in the orchard. We generate less waste, so it's true that where the post came from, there was a bit more, but it was very easy to remove. And this is also useful for protection. It's ideal for worms, and here we will find many snails too. Now we have it in the compost, but it can be used for mulching in the garden. It seems silly, but gosh, reusing this and not having it end up in the trash is essential. So gardeners, you've seen how simple it is to protect our garden, our property, our orchard from wild animals. Thanks to Gemi Electronica Gemi Market, I leave you, as I mentioned, the link in the video description, because they have helped me at all times to resolve all my doubts. Now it remains protected. Do not think about touching it. And it is really easy to put on and take off, even to move in case we need to move it. So that's it, gardeners. See you next Thursday on Tony's Little Garden channel with a new video. See you later.